This one item about poker is a bit of a surprise. It's how poker is an humbling experience. It might not look like it because most poker players are aggressive, they're rowdy, they have a big opinion of themselves, and that's not usually how they come across, a humble person. But poker for me has been a humbling experience, and it's funny that I have a very good friend that is actually in the field of research of psychedelics. And when I asked him, what is the main experience you had in psychedelics and in the research you're doing with psychedelics and talking to people, and he said, the best thing I could describe about psychedelics, it's an ego-shattering process, or the outcome is that your ego gets shattered. And I thought, wow, this is a lesson that I learned in poker. It doesn't matter how good you are. It doesn't matter how well you play the game. There's always an element of luck. People who play poker have experienced this. You have the absolutely amazing hand, and some guy just keeps chasing you, and the last card, he makes it. He gets a flush. And there goes your 2 aces and 2 kings with a queen. This experience, if you've had it, will teach you a valuable lesson. And the lesson being that there are other forces in play. And then you have to take it with a bit of a stride that luck is involved and is out of your control. So you control what you can and you accept what you cannot. Usually your ego gets inflated during a game. Once you have a lucky streak, you win a few hands, you get away with a few bluffs, and you think you're invincible. You think that, wow, I'm smarter than the rest of these guys on the table, and that gets to your head. So comes a risky hand, and because you think you're lucky, you invest in a bad hand, emotionally involved in the game. In the game of poker, remember, like real life, your ego gets on your way. To be confident and to think positive is amazing, both in life and in a poker game. I encourage that. You should have all the positivity in the world in your life, and you should be encouraged to look at something and see bright side. But also, you have to be smart enough to see beyond the positivity and deal with the fact. In the game of poker, that means look at the possibilities. Is there somebody there that might have a better hand than you? And consider that as a real possible outcome. In conclusion, as a humbling experience, I think it's important to be aware, live with your decision, don't get upset or overwhelmed by emotions if the game you played, the end result wasn't that you won. Enjoy the game, take your time, and be humble.